DreAllDay.com.
So what we about to talk about today is what are my chances? And this is a question I get a lot from a lot of athletes ask me this question, but I'm sure people in other fields, whatever you do, other people ask the same question. They say something like, "What's going on, Abdel, Susie?" Other people ask the same question. They say, somebody athlete will come to me and they say, "Dre, I want to make it to my high school basketball team this year. Or I want to make it to college, or I want to go play professional basketball at some level. And I know I have game because I work on my game all the time. I'm practicing all the time. I'm making myself better all the time. But all I want to know, Dre, is because of this situation and that, and they tell me all these situations that they have. They're like, Dre, what are my chances?" They're like, I really believe in myself. I really know I can make it. I really know I'm one of the best out there. But what are my chances? What are my chances of actually making it? What do I need to do? Can you tell me what you really think my chances are of making it? And here's the problem with that question. All right, here's the problem with that question. Because a lot of people think that if they go ask somebody, maybe somebody who's older or somebody who's more experienced or maybe somebody who's been at a higher level than them, they think that person can determine what their chances are of making it in whatever it is that they're doing. And I have a real problem with people asking questions like that. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. The reason why G is Paradise, what's up? I'm here every single day, so I'm glad that you're here too. Here's the problem that I have with that question, all right? If you truly believe in yourself and what it is that you're going after or what you think you can achieve, who you think you can become, what do you think you can actually do in your life? Oh, shit. If you really believe in what it is that you're doing, understand this. There is no question of, hey, what are my chances? Can I do it? Can you tell me what you think my chances are? What do you think my ability, my potential is, Dre? What do you think I can do? What can you tell me? Can you give me some tips, some advice? What else do I need to know? What else can you tell me? Listen, if you believe in yourself, then you don't have to ask anybody what your chances are. That's what my position is on that. If you really believe in yourself and what you're doing, you don't have to ask anybody, what are my chances? And if you're asking somebody what your chances are, that means your belief is not at 100% level yet. You don't have 100% confidence in what you're doing yet. And the confidence is only going to come, ladies and gentlemen, from you actually going and doing something. What's up, McKettle? Your confidence is only going to actually come from you going and doing something. There's only so much confidence you can get when you're just thinking about, talking about, watching something or preparing to do something. It's only once you go out and do it and understand the first few times you do anything, if it's a challenge, you're not really going to be that good. You're not going to be good. You're going to take your losses. You're going to take your lumps. You might lose money. You might lose time. You might lose an opportunity. Not because you didn't want it, just because you weren't good yet. You just got to step your skills up. What's going on from Serbia? Whoever that is checking in from Serbia. Contra Frank, so no work, no food on the table. Exactly. That's not really what we're talking about here. We're talking about belief. We're talking about belief, and we're talking about people. We're talking about people asking, what are my chances? And the other thing about people asking, what are their chances, whether they're asking me or somebody else, is that nobody else can tell you what your chances are of success. Your chances of success, for everybody who's watching this who may have ever had that question, your chance of success is 100% determined by you. It's not determined by your coach. It's not determined by the business person that you're trying to do a deal with. It's not determined by your customers. It's not determined by the people watching you on your video or reading you on your website or on your book. It's not determined by anybody outside of yourself. So if you think your chances are 0, then your chances are 0. You think your chances are 100, your chances are 100. Y'all know the phrase, whoever thinks they can is correct. Whoever thinks they can is correct. Whatever you think, that's what your actual chances are. And a lot of people come to me, they ask me, what are my chances, Dre? What do you think I can do? And I always tell them the same thing. Listen, I have no idea what you're capable of. I have no idea what you can do. I have no idea what you can't do. I don't care about, you don't have to tell me what you did last week or what your situation is or how tall you are or where your family is from. None of that stuff matters to my answer to your question. My answer is always going to be exactly the same. If you give me a paragraph of information, because I get these long-ass emails from people, long-ass YouTube comments, they give me all this information that I don't even need to know, and then they get to the question at the end, what are my chances? The answer is always going to be the exact same thing. Your chances are whatever you think your chances are, whatever you actually believe your chances are, and then whatever you do to take action on that belief. So if your belief is very low, your actions are going to be very low, and your chances are going to end up being very low because you're not going to take the proper action to get the success that you claim that you want. Now, if your belief is super high, you're going to take a super high level of action, and you'll probably have a super high probability of achieving what it is that you want to achieve. But understand that your level of belief has a direct linear relationship to your chances. So if your belief is very low, even if you have a super high level of potential, but your belief is low, then your chances are going to go right down to where your belief is at. And if your belief is super high, even if you don't have a lot of skill, if your belief is very high, it might take you longer, it might take more work and more resources and more times doing it over and over again, but eventually you're going to get to the point of success because your belief level is so high. Like if I just believe that I could, let's think of something. If I believe I could probably push a truck up a hill 20 feet, even if I'm not really strong enough to do it when I first start doing it, and my belief is so high that I can do it, I'm eventually just going to keep trying different things that's going to eventually make me strong enough to push that truck up the hill. Maybe I go get some help. Maybe I go get a car and push it up the hill. Maybe I just go to the weight room for 3, 6, 9 months straight and just get stronger. But eventually, if my belief level that I can do something is super high, I'm just going to keep trying different things until I figure out a way to make it work. But your belief level, just to sum this up, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you believe, that's your chances. Nobody else can tell you your chances because nobody else can tell you what you believe. And we all sometimes lie to ourselves and to other people about what we really believe we can do. Somebody will come to me like, Dre, yo, I really believe I could be a starter on the basketball team this year, but what's my chances of making it in tryouts? Well, I mean, you don't really believe it if you're asking me that question. If you're asking me what your chances are, you don't really believe what you're saying. So you got to actually, if you believe it, you wouldn't even be asking anybody else what your chances are. You'll be telling people what your chances are. And it's like a quote that I heard a business partner of mine say like a couple months ago. He said, listen, when I go talk to people, I don't ask them their opinion on what I'm doing. I give them my opinion and they can take that opinion home with them. I'm not interested in what their opinion is. I'm giving them my opinion because their opinion doesn't matter. I already have so much belief in what I'm doing in myself that I don't really care what anybody else got to say. If you talk to me, I'm just going to give you my opinion and you do what you want with it, but I'm not interested in your opinion. Do you understand that? And it's the exact same thing when it comes to belief. I'm not going to go around and ask somebody what are my chances of doing this, this, and this. Listen, I'm going to get the information. And when somebody asks me if somebody's interested, I'm going to tell you what my chances are. I'm not waiting for you to tell me. Nobody out there determines what you are capable of doing. You 100% determine what you're capable of. And I saw we had some questions in here. I will take a question. Thanks for watching this video. I'm sure you were entertained. Make sure to stay connected with me on all your favorite social networks. Twitter and Periscope at Dre All Day. Instagram Dre Baldwin. Facebook /WorkOnYourGame. You can bookmark my YouTube channel by subscribing, of course. And the website is WorkOnYourGame. That's .me. WorkOnYourGA.me. And of course, my homepage is my website, DreAllDay.com, so you can know exactly what I'm doing, exactly when I'm doing it, and how you might be able to be involved. Work on your game.